My fellow diggers, my enthusiasts, we're here today to talk about something very important, very, very important. Pokemon battles, the best battles. And I have to say, folks, there's been a lot of fake news out there, a lot of it about one of the most tremendous Pokemon ever created, Mienshao. They said it was outdated. Can you believe it? Outdated. That's what losers say, folks. These people, they don't understand. They've got no strategy, no brain, probably running around with the Choice Specs Raikou or a life or bed back Excalibur, folks. Sad, but Mienshao is sleek. Mienshao is fast. Mienshao regenerates, okay? It's got knockoff, it's got close combat, incredible moves. And guess what? We're bringing it back in a huge way. That's right. And let me tell you, we're not doing it alone. We've got the strongest, smartest team behind it. A real winning team, banned as Azumarill. The powerhouse. It's like a freight train, folks. No one survives it. Scarf, Roaring Moon. Speed. Unbelievable. Outspeeds everything. Everything. Assault Vestal Amomola takes hits like a champ, and I can pronounce it correctly, folks. Can you believe it? Booster Energy, Iron Tread, Stealth Rocks, whatever you need, beautiful support. And Choice Scarf, Gothai Tail Traps. Manipulates, destroys souls, it's like my ex-wife. And together, they're gonna take down the Pokemon Professor, and a 12's gonna attempt to school the Professor. But before we get to the battle, remember the following message.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Okay, so my opponent this week is unfortunately a Terra Poison Yuxi. I was kind of hoping it would be Terra Steel in this matchup, but we'll have to play with that in mind. I'm just going to kind of brain dead lead my Mienshao. Mienshao is good on lead on everything besides the Conkeldurr and the Darkrai. And if it's a Darkrai, he has to respect my potential Scarf Mienshao and probably has to switch out in that situation. So we're just going to do this and get into it. Things I need to be careful about is I need to be very careful about that Gouging Fire, as my team this week is very physically offensive heavy. So like a Dragon Dance defensive Gouging Fire could be very scary for my team. I also have to be very careful around that Conkeldurr. I have a lot of Pokemon that outspeed it, but I don't have a lot of Pokemon that can like just flat out one-shot it besides my Azumarill, which I don't know. I'm like max speed Azumarill, so I don't want to switch Azumarill directly into that Conkeldurr. So you go Miss Piggy, the Primarina. Okay, I'm fine with Prim lead. You're probably just flip turning. I lead, kind of braid into my Mienshao. Now, I am like running a Life Orb set, so I'm just going to see if I one-shot with Poison Jab. There's a roll where I kill, but I don't want to risk this roll. So I'm just going to kind of U-turn. Play from there. Yep. So I do a little bit of trip. That should put it into Poison Jab range now, so that's very big. I imagine you're just flip turning is because you can't really afford to risk me doing anything kind of wonky. So I'm just going to go straight out to my Aloe. My Aloe will take anyone hit this wants to go for it. If he is a subset, that will be very unfortunate, but I really hope he isn't. So your Draining Kiss, fair enough, you'll do a little bit. You're going to see AV, and I'll find out if you're sub. If you're sub, you're pressing sub this turn. Which would be good information to have. That Prim actually is not in Poison Jab range. It's because he's at like 99% HP, and I think I need him at like 90% to have a chance to one-shot it. I don't think you're sub though. If you sub, usually runs leftovers on it, on Primarinas. No, you are substitute. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, so we just gotta play with that in mind. This is terrifying for me, as I really don't have a great way of punishing this. So I do go for flip turn, get a little bit of damage. I think my play to punish this is kind of U-turn spam on it, is because you can't really one-shot my Aloe with anything. So that's what I'm going to go for. Wait, was I slower? No, he got the sub wall first, so I am faster. Yeah, so I'm just going to go out into my Mienshao, which will outspeed and get a very big U-turn off, and we can kind of play these shenanigans. So I'm just going to U-turn. I imagine you probably combine this turn, as my U-turn's kind of obvious, but we will see. You might be Kabia? I mean, that's a possibility on this. If you're not leftovers, what could you be? I don't know. Maybe you're citrus? But citrus on substitute makes no sense. I think this is running some kind of resist berry. I just don't know what resist berry is running. So I do go for U-turn. I probably won't break the sub. Actually, I might break the sub. Skip your sub fades. Take that life orb damage, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm just going to regenerate all that HP back anyways. And I'm just going to go straight out into my aloe again. No, not that. Into my aloe. If you go for sub, good on you. If you don't, okay, generally fine. So psychic noise, that's going to do absolutely nothing. Yes, because it's a funny aloe. Oh, right, it's running the liquid voice. Okay. So I'm just going to flip turn. Even if you go for sub, not the end of the world. Yeah. I'm not really too scared of this. A couple ways to punish. So your sub, liquid voice, draining kiss, fairy water. No, you do go for combine. Fair enough. But I do get my very big flip turn off, which will be big. I think this is probably a Cabeus berry set. If he's otherwise, that would be a very weird play. I don't know what item this is. I'm like 90% sure this is Kabia. Alright, go Mienshao anyways. Because this going down would be huge for my Roaring Moon endgame. I mean, I can go Azumarill, I just don't know if he speed card for my Azumarill. And if he did, that's like a huge issue. If he's Azu Weekend, really kind of screws me over. What would you... Rindo? Cloak? I'm just gonna go out and... I'm gonna risk Kabia Berry. I'm just very, very confused. It's because Kabia only makes sense if you expected Mienshao to come to this matchup. So I'm going to go for the Poison Jab. It should one-shot it at its current range. And we will see. I'm happy you preserve this, if you're not Kabia. Probably should have U-turned, as because the preserve feels kind of obvious. You don't really have a good Poison Jab switcher, though. Maybe it's Salic? Salic can make sense. Yeah, you preserve this. Fair enough. I probably should have U-turned, but that's fine. Who do you go? Beaker the... who? Okay, this. You will get a very big Poison Jab off. Poison. Come on, get the poison. Oh, Rocky Helmet. That hurts. Oof. No poison. But it's good to know this is Rocky Helmet. Am I scared of this? Not really. I mean, you're obviously turning this turn. Am I okay with this getting chipped? I think I'm generally okay with it to get like a little more chip on this Yuxi. Yeah, it's because it's not the underworld if my Mienshao takes a little bit of trip from this, and we will outspeed this because he is like a Rocky Helmet defensive Yuxi. So you Terra, fair enough. Your Terra Poison revealed, but that's fine. We have an Iron Thorn Treads, which will very hard like check this. So you turn, get a little bit of damage, and we can also get Stealth Rock off, which would be very big. Especially since the only remover on his end is Conkeldurr, which probably doesn't want to move in this matchup. I don't love the idea of burning my booster. Actually, do I go Goth? If he's Goth is Scarfed. If you not... actually... Two options. I don't kill with Gothitelle, but I'll do a very large chunk. But if I get knocked, that Mamoswine becomes a very big issue. I think I go for it though. Even if I get knocked, I could still have like ways to deal with it. It's just not great. U-turn. I probably should have expected U-turn. If you obviously can't stay in with potential Gothitelle in the back. Please don't be Darkrai. Darkrai would be really annoying right now. I mean, I can risk potential speed ties if I'm Scarf on Gothitelle. Well, not speed tied that he wouldn't be speed creep for Scarf Gothitelle, but I think you're smart enough to creep for it. Ideal is you go Mamo and you just lose Mamo this turn, but I don't think you're that. Wait, is that could be? That's a new Pokemon. No, Darkrai. Okay, fair enough. Aloe is going to be able to like hard check this. So I just go Aloe. If you go for Plot, you go for Plot. I can just flip turn into my Roaring Moon and kind of play for funny U-turn, flip turn shenanigans. So Billfish. Are you going to be Knock? Are you going to be... Yeah, you are Knock. Fair enough. Knock is very good tech into the Aloe matchup, but that's fine. You don't really need Aloe with the AV. So I'm just going to flip turn. If you Dark Pulse, you Dark Pulse. If you switch, you switch. Not too bad either way. You do Sludge Bomb, expecting my Terra Fairy. I did not Terra Fairy, so I just go for my big flip turn, do a little bit of damage. And I'm just going to go right out into my Roaring Moon, which is Scarfed and very safe here. So if you go out into the Yuxi, that gives me a free Gothitelle turn, which would be big. But something tells me you probably switch here. Is because I'm screaming that I'm Scarf Roaring Moon right now. With how quickly I went out into it and the fact I didn't go for Play Rough on the Darkrai before. So you're going to think about this for a bit. But you don't really have a good U-turn switch in. If you go Conk, I go Azu and basically collect a free kill. If you go Yuxi, I go out... Oh no, you do just stand. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be basically a dead Darkrai. So that is big. And I'm just going to go straight on into my Aloe and play from there. Aloe's going to be able to take any one hit this wants to go for it, and I could either click Aqua Jet or Flip Turn, whichever I more feel in the mood to click. Focus Blast, fair enough. Are you going to two-shot? No, you are not. I can Aqua Jet take this out. Do I like Aloe on neutral? If I'm Aloe on neutral, he could bring out Conk or bring out that Prem, which are very annoying. So I am just going to Flip Turn. I take any one hit this wants to go for it. As you Focus Blast again, fair enough. But you're about to lose your Darkrai, which is very big. And basically make no progress with Darkrai. So Darkrai gone. You basically have no real, really fast threats left, besides the potential Dragon Dance gouging. Can go Gothitelle. What does Gothitelle do? Gothitelle forces in gouging. Or Prem. Can go... Azu forces in Yuxi, but he probably U-turns. I don't want to burn this. You don't have anything faster than my Mienshao, so I'm just going to go Mienshao here. And I can kind of freely U-turn. You're probably going to U-turn back, but that's fine. Animal, that's a new Pokemon. Gouging. Interesting. Can CC this and take my damage, which is really tempting is because this gouging is terrifying. I could go Azu. I don't know how many Earthquakes my Azumarill takes. It's going to take one, but not well. What's the downside if I lose Mienshao? If I lose Mienshao, then MS1 becomes a really big issue. I think I'm willing to play with that in mind. Yep, I do about half. Please Dragon Dance. Please, please Dragon Dance. I really don't want to lose Mienshao this turn. You do Dragon Dance. Okay, that's what we want to see. My Azu definitely takes a hit. My Roaring Moon is Scarfed, so it can Revenge Kill this. My Gouging, my Iron Treads is actually also Booster. I'm going to go out into my Azumarill just because I would rather have the Mienshao around as a kind of fast, speedy threat and good way to punish the Primarina. And, okay, so you do Earthquake, you go for the good play. Another Earthquake will take me out. If I lose this, how do I deal with Skonk? Not well, but I still have the Gothitelle. So I think I do Aqua Jet this turn. If you go for Morning Sun, good on you. Aqua Jet probably doesn't take you out. It might. Yeah, it doesn't take me out. I just feed your gouging. Here's Thunderfang. Okay, okay. So your Dragon Dance, Thunderfang, Earthquake. Probably some fire move. So you're not Morning Sun, which is good to note. I can go Roaring Moon very freely here. This is extremely weak, and U-turn probably kills this, honestly. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go for. Just U-turn. Even if you go for the Dragon move, I can go Aloe and Revenge Kill with an Aqua Jet in turn. I'm just clicking U-turn is because I don't want you to go out into that Conch Elder for free. Or that Primarina for free. So you stay on. You're going to lose Gouging. Sweet. So all you have left is Mamoswine, Conch, Uxie, and Primarina. I think right now your best way to win that game is through Conch or Primarina, is if I let Azumarill go down really early. Either way, Mienshao is kind of my safe middle ground play here. Well, not really middle ground play, but it's a good play on neutral into everything. Even if you go Conch, I could just close combat you and get a very big chunk of damage off, which would be really valuable. Beaker, assume that's Uxie. That is indeed the Uxie. Am I okay with losing Mienshao this turn? I'm debating going for knockoff to potentially Revenge Kill with the Gothitelle after. If I lose, I can't always go safely out into the Aloe. It's just yeah, I'm gonna knock. It's because I feel like, I don't know, if you predict me and stay in and go for the Psychic move, fine. I'll probably lose Mienshao this turn, but it is what it is. You go for Stealth Rock, fair enough. Take your mid-game rocks. It's because this is chipped, so your Stealth Rock, U-turn. Don't know what your last move is. Close combat definitely doesn't kill, so I'm just gonna U-turn. And play from there. Maybe your Pain Split. That would be annoying. Pain Split's a very big possibility here. I'm just gonna go right out into my Aloe. If you go for Pain Split, good on you, but not the end of the world. Without your helmet, this is like more manageable to deal with. Yep, U-turn. A little bit of dip. Chip. I really don't need my Aloe for anything, so I could just kind of safely sack it off here. Go out into the Primarina. Probably gonna go for sub. Not really have a good sub punish. I'll play rough, then flip turn. Yeah. Play rough isn't going to break the substitute, I don't think. And flip turn should be able to after. Play rough doesn't break sub, shouldn't break sub. Skip doesn't break sub. And flip turn should break the sub afterwards. You drain Kiss. Do a little bit of damage. Probably going to recover a little bit, but that's fine. You're in poison jab range. Oh, that did recovered more than I would have liked. This is probably like no HP for Marina. Does flip turn break sub? It should break it. Yeah, it does break it. So I could go Mienshao freely and like poison jab and play from there. So Mienshao, we go. If you thought Uxie is like really chipped. Yeah, my poison jab feels free. Even if you go for Uxie, not the end of the world. So we go for poison jab, dead Primarina, so that is big. So all you have left is Mamoswine, Conch Elder, and Uxie. Uxie is severely chipped. You have no Dragon Resist, so I can very freely spam Outrages right now. I think in order to win, I need chip on both the Conch Elder and the Mamoswine. Elmo, I assume that is the Conch. Big Conch, yep. I can get the chip immediately with this Mienshao. I can just flip turn. Oh, wait, no. What if he's sub? You could be sub here. You could also be Scarf Mamoswine is this thing. I'm very scared of potential Scarf Mamoswine endgame. Actually, I think CC is my play here. Just get my damage off on this Conch. If you Drain Punch, good on you. I just really don't want to risk a substitute with a potential Aloe. You Drain Punch, gonna recover a decent amount. That's fine. You're in Outrage range. And it's high shock range. What if this is Payapa Berry? Maybe the play is Aloe and play rough. I do think I win this, even if it is Scarf Mammoth I can just kind of U-turn around with my thingy, but this feels like the safer way to win the game. As you withdraw, fair enough. Probably going to be the Uxie. If it is the, yeah, probably going to be the Uxie. I think this is probably Pain Split, honestly, but Pain Split would be really annoying, but I think we have to play with that in mind. So we do get our big play rough off. Yep, go for the funny Terra Fairy play rough. Do absolutely nothing. It's because I am a thingy. So I am just going to flip turn here. Nothing Uxie have should be able to touch me. Uxie doesn't get Toxic Generation. It can go for Thunder Wave, which would be a little bit annoying, but we could probably play around it. If you're Pain Split will make this game very extended. I don't think Psyshock kills at this range after a Pain Split. I'm like 90% sure. Oh no, you're just Psychic Noise, that's fine. You'll do absolutely nothing. Prevented from healing, doesn't really matter. Get my big flip turn off. I feel like Treads is safe here. Get my Rapid Spin off. If you go Conk, that'll be a little bit annoying, but I think I could be able to play around that. I reveal my booster speed. Not really going to matter. I had booster speed for the gouging, but I ended up dealing with the gouging in other ways. So I'm just going to Rapid Spin here. Take my kill. SPI should be able to kill Uxie at this range. No, I do not kill Uxie at this range. Damn. That was a miscalculation. As you go Grass Knot, that's not going to be able to do... Yeah, that doesn't do a whole lot. And I'm just going to go for Stealth Rock. Is because I don't need any health on my Mecha Jimmy for anything. And the breaking potential stash on them MS1 will be very nice. And if he goes for U-turn, he goes for U-turn. Yeah, you just set up your rocks, fine. I could just Rapid Spin them off immediately. Not like it makes any progress into this Iron Treads. So, Rapid Spin I go. Dead Uxie. All you have left is Conk and Mammoth. You have to go Conk here. Conk's your only... Mammoth's not going to be able to take a hit from me. Conk definitely takes a hit from me. Conk Elder is kind of a Pokemon. No, you go this. This is Boots. Okay. Since this is Boots, my Roaring Moon just wins. Yes, I just Outrage after I Earthquake this turn. So I'm just going to Earthquake, take you out. Not take you out, but bring you down to an amount where I can basically take you out with my Roaring Moon Outrages, and that should be good game. So Roaring Mid gonna come up big in playoffs, which is very nice. Ice Shard definitely shouldn't take me out. Even if you go for Ice Shard to Mach Punch, the Aloe wins this game. As well as my Gothstel. Ice Shard, that's not going to take me out. Yep, doesn't take me out. This is definitely running, the thing is definitely going to be running Mach Punch, but that's fine. So Mouse one gone. All you have left is the Conk Elder, which is at about half HP, should be in Psyshock range. Even if Psyshock doesn't take him out, the Aloe will take him out the next turn. So yeah, it's just going to say the low XP. I can't press anything, I'm just outraged. Yeah, so Mach Punch definitely going to take me out. Fine, Roaring Moon goes down, I could go out into Gothitelle and clean this up. Once again, even if he is pre-op Berry, I just go immediately out into my Hello and play rough again. So, Psyshock I go, and good game. You're not Piapa Berry, that'll be dead. Yep. So, good game, and see you guys in the next week of PPL NX.